Well, good afternoon, beautiful people. Just certainly hope you're having as beautiful a day as I am. My gosh, it's March 6th, 2026. It is 81 degrees outside right now. Now, this is going to change. I know in March, cooler weather's coming back, but for today, it was simply a carpe diem type of day. Um, a day to just get outside and enjoy. It's I wanted to get back with people that had started watching the videos. I actually had some friends um, who commented on my last video that it didn't really sound like myself, and I was sounded a little down. Actually, commented and asked questions if I was okay. Well, the truth is, yes, I'm okay. Um, but there's a lot of changes going on, in my life, and I'm sure yours. And sometimes we just have to step back. As I said in the last video, we have to really get in touch with our feelings and realize the power that these feelings have to impact the world as we're living it in these bodies. Okay. Um, so yes, sometimes I may not come off as all jolly. I'll come off as the true me, that person that is inside this body, blessed at this point in my life. Um, However, I know that I'm more than the jobs I've had, more than, the lives I've lived. Uh, I'm a soul, a true me, okay? And so are you. And I hope that at some point you can grasp that as well. I had an actual time this morning, actually. Received a text from an older friend. Um, we had become estranged, as a lot of people do over life. And he informed me that a mutual friend of ours, a fellow musician, had passed away yesterday. That was a stop moment to start my day. Okay. As a matter of fact, this friend who just passed away, excuse me, we had just spoken last week. Um, it was ironic. I mean, we stay in touch, but not on a regular basis. Everybody's got their own lives. But it was a day last week, much like today, not quite as warm, but it was a day in the 70s, and the sun was out. And he knows that this sun bum guy, this guy who loves the ocean and loves the beaches, must be sitting outside. So I received a random phone call, and he said, "Are you sitting in the sun?" And I said, "As a matter of fact, I am. I just brought my book, my lounge chair, and I'm doing some reading and writing, and yeah." He knew where I was at that moment. So we did some, reconnecting and talking, and so glad. Okay, so glad we had that moment. Of course, to hear of his moving on to a more spiritual plane at this point, uh, you know, those conversations will never come again. You know, but today I want to talk about finding who you are. Um, I've worked on this for the last probably 3 to 5 years of my life. I was a school teacher. I was a professor. I was a insurance sales manager. a manager in a car dealership. I was a salesperson. And I've always told my children that, that when this body is laid to rest in an ocean somewhere, that I didn't want people just to remember me for things that really weren't me. So I'm not a job, and nor are you. Um, yes, we've been blessed to walk this earth, whatever you believe. I bear with me, allergies are going to get to me as the trees are starting to pop out of here a little bit. But we have to find out in our own souls who we are. It's a it's a lifetime journey, or at least it has been for me. So I oftentimes read that some of the most powerful words that we can speak to ourselves is "I am." Well, I am an artist. Okay, that I am. I uh, I love the art of creativity in music, dance, theater, visual, cinematography, whatever. I love the whole art world. And for my purpose back on in this planet at this time in my journey through space is to try to connect some like-minded souls. Um, I have nothing but regrets because the last time I spoke with my friend, and I'll refrain from using names, but I invited him to come down because he was a wonderful guitarist and just an absolute crazy guy to be around. And I said, why don't you come down? You don't even have to bring guitars. I've got guitars. Why don't you come down and let me feature you on a YouTube video with me? Um, that could be fun again. But it didn't happen. So anyway, um, we have to find out who we are. You've got to find out who you are. You've got to, first of all, realize you're not just a body. You're not just the mind that's constantly going with all these thoughts and emotions and trying to trick you into believing that you're simply a mind inside of a body and one day you'll be gone. No, I do not believe that. Okay, I believe in who I am. I'm a soul that's living in this body, thinking with this mind today in search of my ultimate self. Not there yet. Love to tell you, I've got it all figured out. Um, I think I've told you in the past, I started studying theology. I started studying all these various religions. I've followed so many self-help books and positive thinking groups and pretty much done that since I was a 14-year-old kid. So at the age of 69, that's a long time. Um, and I still haven't figured it out. Okay? So I'm still working on me, uh, the true me, the person that exists inside this body, um, and the spirit that will transform along the way. But I did want to let everybody know I'm all right, all right, all right. I haven't said that in a long time. I actually had a very close friend of mine said, please don't use that. But today was a good day to just bring it back up, okay? Because today's an all right day. I mean, it truly is. Even though there's been, losses. Um, Khalil Gibran the prophet. If you've never read it, read it. Said for every loss, there's a gain. And for every gain, there's a loss. So that's just kind of energy flows. Let your energy today reach out positive, loving, and peaceful. Um, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Just want to let everybody know in the world that I'm having a wonderful day. If you're an artist, if you're a subscriber, if you're just a friend, please leave more comments. For those of you that are doing so, it means a lot. Okay, so just hang in there and let's get through this wonderful, wacky world together. Let's just have some fun along the way. Okay, take good care of yourselves. And until I speak to you again, as always, peace, love, dove. Rodney Shropshire signing off on an absolutely gorgeous day. May God bless you all.